it. That's the actual official Blizzard response I got, personally. So, they're looking into it. Maybe soon it will be fixed. Alright. So you are the ladder hero. You are a Platinum Terran. Going gas first. Alright. You went gas first. And you're making a second barracks before anything else. Why did you go for the gas? So you couldn't spend it? What is this? You don't need to go gas first. Also, never ever get a tech lab first. There's a small argument in TVP. Just no more tech lab first. If only there was somewhere you could find a basic Terran build guide. Just like someone playing Terran and explaining the build and demonstrating it at a basic level, at both lower levels like silver and gold and higher levels like diamond. If only there was a place you could find such a very basic thing that would take maybe 10 minutes to figure out maybe you shouldn't be doing this. If only there was a place.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Kaboom, baby!
Like, to be honest, this is not like the worst build in the world. But you're down here like you're gonna expand, but you made a second barracks. You can't afford this shit anymore, especially when you're queuing up a supply block Marauder. Like, you can't do... You're all over the place.
Command center upgrade complete.
So you're gonna do an expand after 2 Rex? If you do this, that means you don't have enough money. Okay. Alright, let me give you a pro tip. Build the bunker here, not here. Just put it in the middle. And also, I don't even know why you have 2 Marauders first. What if he made 1 Cyclone? Anyways. What is your plan here? Are you gonna attack with, like... Oh, I guess you are. Is that a... No. Okay. One sec. Let me look up the definition of siege.
The active process of surrounding and attacking a fortified place in such a way as to isolate it from help and supplies, for the purpose of lessening the resistance of the defenders and thereby making capture possible.
Alright, okay.
Center upgrade complete. Add-on.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Alright, you're making siege tanks. You got a good step. Besides the fact the build is shit. Also, by how many workers do you have? 28. You don't have enough. We're 6 minutes in. You should have 50 workers as any race. It's the hardest with Terran because the workers build the slowest, especially when you don't use unless you don't use Chrono Boost as Proton. Every race, 50 workers by 8 minutes. Even if you expand late, 50 workers is a low bar. That is not a high... It shouldn't be hard to get 50 workers. It's hard for you to get 50 workers, but you're not going to be anywhere close, are you? Just build more SCVs. And then by the time you're about to hit 50 workers, you should have more production. As any race, you should have more than 4 gates, more than 4 production facilities as Terran, at least a 3rd hatch as Zerg. Okay, alright. Okay. 1,000 minerals, 400 gas, 0 SCVs in production, but we gotta do this fucking drop right here. This is the most important part of the game. Also, all of your SCVs are Dark Liberators! Come on! No more attacking before you have 50... I forbid you from here on out to attack before you have 50 workers. I don't care what fucking shitty build you do. You are no longer allowed to attack before 50 SCVs. And if you lose SCVs... you rebuild those motherfuckers, alright? Because you, my mole friend, have obvious tunnel vision, and need to snap out of it. And for all intents and purposes, if he just attacked, you should lose the game.
Ready to plunder.
You're so insanely far behind right now.
Mineral
But like, and now you're back. Now you're back in the lead in supply because you're macroing.
Go, go, go! SCV, SCV ready.
Now, you know what I don't like about this overlay? I can't see how many hotkeys you are, or more likely, are not using. I can't see your control groups. So if my standard overlay would stop fucking breaking on every goddamn replay, I could have that information about how extra bad you're playing. I assume you're using the Select All Army hotkey. I don't have confirmation of that.
Boy,
add-on.
ready.
And despite losing 24 workers, you are still going to be ahead in workers soon. I'm getting too animated.
This better be good. SCV ready.
Okay. Okay, wait, what was the definition of siege? Let's listen to the first few words real quick.
The active process of surrounding and attacking a fortified place in such a way as to isolate
So
it from
isolate
help
it.
and supplies. For the purpose of lessening
Surround
the
it,
resistance
isolate
of
it.
the defenders and thereby making capture possible.
Does that sound like attack directly into the fortress where they're defending? Is that what that sounds like? Does it sound like attack directly into the fortress? Is that what she said? Did she say surround and isolate, or did she say attack directly in?
SCV ready. SCV
Ready for dust off.
Upgrade. Mineral field. Base is under attack.
Am I not on your camera? I think you just lost your medevacs on the other side. I'm not sure.
Add-on complete. Command center upgrade complete.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Now you're still ahead on supply. No, nope. Stop dropping. Stop. Drop. And getting rolled. Okay? Thank you, isolated. See you. Stop doing this. You can't drop on a planetary fortress. Don't do it!
Mineral field.
The active process of surrounding and attacking a fortified place in such a way as to isolate it from help and supplies. For the purpose of lessening the resistance of the defenders and thereby making capture possible.
Base is under attack.
The only time you've done a successful attack. Get this. Let's go back. Let's look at your camera. Did you notice it? Did you notice what happened? All right. Let's go back a little bit. Let's look at your camera.
Mineral field. Base is under attack.
The only time that any of your attacks have been successful were when you weren't microing them. Do I need to point this out again? The only time you actually do something productive is when you look away. Beautiful, isn't it? The less attention you pay, the more successful you are. So stop it. You attack move, you looked away, success. You try to do some ridiculous drop micro on top of a siege tank next to a planetary, you lost all 3 medevacs and 24 marines. The less you micro, the more you succeed.
Base destined. Mineral field completed.
Oh, are you gonna micro this? Oh, you're gonna micro? 1,600 minerals in the bank. Oh, wait. You're not microing. It might work.
Is under attack.
You're not microing. You looked away. You killed another planetary. There you go. You looked away and another planetary died. You need to just close your eyes, apparently. I don't...
Mineral upgrade complete.
Ready to blunder. This better be good.
I like the addition of medevac, like high-capacity fuel tanks for your medevacs, so that way you can boost them quicker into turrets. The counter to battlecruiser, like, you are still on more supply. The counter to battlecruiser is like Viking, Marine, Thor, or you could just make battlecruisers, but like... Well, are we gonna micro? Uh-oh. We're microing again. Is it gonna be successful?
Our SCVs are
Yes, this time. Okay, good job. You're still winning, by the way. You've been winning this entire game. Even the times you were losing, you were still winning. We started microing again. If you can't A-move and look away, it's probably not a fight you should be... Probably not a fight you should be taking. If it's a maybe, it's a no. If you look at that and you're like, I don't know, it's a no. That's what Pig taught me. If it's a maybe, it's a no. Don't micro it. Like, if you can't look at that fight and be like, yeah, I win that. Just say no. Just turn it down. Why do you need to fight here? He's got a third base that's mining out. If you scanned it, you'd see he has 6 SCVs at it. Why can't you just go somewhere else? Like, he has next to no SCVs. If you just built SCVs... But no, we're gonna die on this hill. If it's a maybe, it's a no. And let's stop pretend like you think you're countering these battlecruisers right now, even though you kind of are. 1, have a build. 2, no attacking until 50 workers. That includes now. If you don't have 50 SCVs now, I forbid you to attack. It's not like you can't afford it. I forbid it. It is for... Das ist verboten! Alright. Nicht attack! Well, don't do that. Wow, we attacked a different location, and it worked!
mineral field.
I don't know how to say attack in German. I assume they have like 50 words.
Ready to blunder.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Boy. Ready to blunder.
You're still winning throughout this game just because you're building units. Remember, when you're shit, more shit counters less shit. And you made it up to 50 workers for like the first time. Congratulations. Stop. Stop dropping and getting rolled. Alright, remember this. Repeat these words after me. Stop dropping and getting rolled. None of these drops have done anything. Besides, lose you more supply.
Mineral field depleted.
Go, go, go.
Stop dropping and getting rolled. That's for all you Terrans out there.
Ready to blunder.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Wow, that actually worked.
Mineral field.
Can't hold them alone. Armed and
Mineral Our SCVs is under attack.
this better be good.
Stop. I mean, at this point, like, you just need to clear it up. You just need to finish the game, really. You've built mostly the right units. Like, kind of.
Our SCVs
You built mostly the right units to counter what he's doing. And it's eventually working out, because just building more shit is a good counter to most things. And when you have this many more bases, and you win anyways, you fuck. Okay, so, just, if it's a maybe, it's a no. No attacking till 50 workers, and just pick a build, alright? Honestly, I recommend for you the Mass Cyclone build in TVT, because I should know. I suck at micro, and my cyclones are cycloning. So there's that. So now we got... Okay, in order. Who was first? I forget who was first. It doesn't really matter, does it? Nordy, alright. I will do this one instead of the other one with you. Let me make sure I have the right ones. Alright. So the one against Vanish, not Exia, right? Yeah. Okay. We got PK first, who is a Platinum Terran against a Diamond Zerg. Alright.
Yes, yes, yes. Just as I deserve.
Please look at my...
I did check SC2 replays.
Nope,
Tat like
it's
you told me
$10
so.
if you want to
Please
skip the
look at
queue.
mine. I was proud of that game even if I didn't
We'll
play
see.
it hot well.
If you're proud of the game, I don't want to see it. Maybe once we go through the sub replays. We've already got 5. These are subscriber replays now. We got subs, I got more money, we're doing subscriber replays. That's what we're doing.
SCV ready.
Alright.
SCV ready.
Let's see when you fuck up. I wish I could see control groups here, but whatever. Reaper on the way.
Command
see.
center upgrade complete.
Actually, this is Poop first, isn't it? No, it's Hatch first. I think the Reaper's just late.
SCV ready.
Why are you jumping the Reaper up? If the Lings could have just walked... If you send the Reaper in that way, the Lings can just walk across the map and show up at your base, and then he has 6 Lings at your base and you have no units. If you go that direction. I mean, I'm not saying it's necessarily the worst thing in the world, but that would be bad.
Your dedication will be
Thank you, Royal Prospecting, giving the gift of winter to Fairlight XD.
Add-on.
SCV ready.
Are you gonna make a starport? Did you forget the...
SCV ready.
Yeah,
Command center upgrade complete.
God,
Your dedication will be
I'm just
rewarded.
choking right now. I'm catching it from you guys. I got right in the back of my throat. Say what you will. Thank you, Lord Zhang Fei. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're Gucci. For the last sub as well.
SCV ready.
It looks like
Add-on.
it's rough around the... Why are you getting that low ground gas? You don't need that gas. You have 200 in the bank right now and your starport's not even done. What's that gas for?
SCV ready.
What are you gonna do with it? Waste your... Get less minerals is the summary. That gas could have been not getting supply blocked at this random ass timing. Are you gonna at least make a Viking? What is this build? Why are you getting a reactor at starport? What? Are you going for bio or are you going for mech or like why did you... Getting supply blocked on 46 is just a basic mistake. Like, there's no tip here. It's just like, don't get supply blocked at 36. I mean, 46. What are you gonna build? 2 Liberators? That's the only possible justification here. Is building 2 Liberators. Otherwise, like... What are you gonna heal with 2 medevacs? You don't even have a Marine! You have 0 Marine... I take it back, you have 2 Marines. You're gonna have fucking private health care for each of those Marines. 2 medevacs for 2 Marines. How fucking generous of you. You socialist. Alright? What are you doing? You don't need 2 medevacs. You just don't. Okay, you cancel and go for 2 Liberators. Even... Okay. I'll give you that. Even you thought it was dumb.
SCV ready.
Instead of socialism, I'd rather have freedom in the form of liberators. I'm glad you agree.
Add-on.
Liberation is at hand, motherfuckers. Freedom through superior firepower.
Add-on. Additional supply depots required.
But you still have no idea what you're... You got stim done for fucking... Is this Bronze League Heroes? You have stim for 3 Marines. You have no idea where you're going. Pick a build. Are you gonna go for mech? Or are you gonna go for bio? Because you're about on the worst side of both right now. Stim for 3 Marines. So that's pretty shit.
SCV ready.
And you even did pretty good damage there.
SCV ready.
That reactor's just chilling. You can build on that reactor. It's not like it's not blackballed.
We're returning fire.
I did pick a build, but I forgot it. Okay, here. Write it on your arm in a Sharpie, and whenever you forget what you're doing, just look at your arm and the Sharpie you wrote on your arm. Okay? I recommend getting a Sharpie or some other form of permanent marker that hasn't become a generic trademark, and writing it on your arm, and then bam, it's right. Or write it on the back of your hand, of your arm, so that way you don't have to take your hand off your mouse. You can just read your arm. Okay, sound good? Sounds good.
All hands to battle station.
Yeah, just write it on your screen. That way you can just put right through it. Like, make Marines out of right there. Write it on your screen.
Command center upgrade.
Are you going mech or not? I can't. I don't think you've decided. Stop dropping and getting rolled.
Research.
What is one drop on its own gonna do right now? You're sending out one medevac on its own. There's nothing to make this do damage.
Add-on.
There's nothing to, like, distract him from the fact there's gonna be one medevac. Why do you expect this to do damage? Despite all this, your macro is fine. Your upgrades are pretty good. Like, all it is one drop. It's just gonna fucking die. Wow. That was sick. Like, you don't just send out one medevac. If you're gonna send it out, you do it to, like, clear creep or some shit. You just sent out a medevac, like, well, I guess I should send out a medevac. I heard Winter loves those drops, okay? I've heard all his mixes. His drops are sick. My drops make him sick. All right, I don't... Why do we have 2 Vikings? Why are there 2 Vikings? But why, though? Why are those Vikings not Liberators or Medevacs? I mean, you can kill OVs, but you could have done that if you just built at the start.
Upgrade complete.
Armed and ready. Go, go, go. SCV ready.
Add-on.
Want some?
Otherwise, like, this is a running trend. I'm glad I can tell by people who are subbed to me and people who send me replays and people who, like, you guys have watched the guide or watched the streams because all the big points are there. When you get to the mid-game, good workers, good production, especially those of you who've made it to Platinum and above, the devil is in the details. And the details right now are well, the devil's... Let's just say the devil's in the details.
Mineral field depleted.
More like D fails. Your Bronze League here, an awesome rude-ass commentary gives me hope as a new player. LMAO, thank God there's someone playing much worse than I am. This guy is playing much better than you will for months. By the way. This is Plat/Diamond. It's right there, and it's classic. So, if you have hope, crush that hope. You don't have hope, but you have discipline. 5 games a day, you got a chance.
Ready to roll out.
Reporting.
Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Feelings. This is true in StarCraft, this is true in life. You might be seized with inspiration at the moment. I might tell you, get out there today. You gotta climb that ladder. The only way to play StarCraft is just Imagine yourself on a blank canvas. All right, painting your own picture of ultimate strategy. But that feeling will fade by tomorrow. The only true way to improve is discipline. You play today, you lose 20 games, you win 5. You play tomorrow, you lose 20 games again, you win 5. And you play the next day, you lose 15, you win 10. That's the only way. If you are a person who is easily swayed, if you have a weak heart, this is not the game for you. I mean that both literally and figuratively.
Add-on complete. Upgrade. Mineral field depleted.
So you saw a lot of Hydras and Banelings, and he didn't have a hive yet. Just siege up your tanks and collect your ladder points. Okay, you're... Okay, you forgot the part where you attack. You're maxed out. He doesn't have hive tech yet. You scouted he doesn't have hive tech. Now you attack. You don't go to late game. You put on some sort of pressure.
Field depleted.
You don't just get... Okay, there you go. Oh, well, not like this. Actually, never mind. It's fine because you... Well, never mind, because you have maxed out Marines. You didn't even need... You weren't even... Beautiful. This is how you want it. You shouldn't have to look at your army to win. You should be able to A-move Marines. People ask me, Winter, how do I counter Banelings? That's how you counter Banelings, by having a fuck ton of Marines. That's how you do it. Banelings don't even get close. Alright, easy peasy. There you go. That's how you counter Banelings. He didn't even siege up until after all the Banelings were dead.
Mineral field depleted. Research.
And now we're just gonna... Who needs siege tanks when you could just make a fuck ton of Marines? Oh no, you're trying to micro! No! Stop trying to If you had just stood there in that fight, you would have won. If you had stood there, you would have killed everything before it got close. But you decided to try to micro, which was... I mean, it's fine because you're still winning, but...
Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted.
Okay, come on. Unsiege your tank. Just unsiege your tanks, move them up like 3 feet. I get it, you're microing your macro. Move your tanks up like 3 feet, or you're Canadian, right? Like 1 meter. And there you go. All right. What are you doing? Why is that? How are you sniping anyways? All right, so let's try to have a build. So let's have a build. Let's not throw away Medivacs for no reason. And be more decisive about attacking. Like, that wasn't a bad game. You just made a bunch of shit and attacked, and it worked. Because that's usually how it works. Your upgrades were on point. Your production was kind of late, but your upgrades were on point. Your SCV production wasn't perfect, but it could be better. 50 SCVs for you. Let's go back to the... Can I get a... I hate... Give me my default overlay. I can't rewind to a certain point. I want to see when you got 50 SCVs. How do I go back to the start? What's the button? I don't remember the button to go back to the start of the replay. Does anybody know the button? Toggle entire UI. Nope, that, well... I accidentally hit this key sometimes. I just don't remember what it is. It's one of these. I'm hitting all the keys. It might not work in this. Ah, fuck it. Whatever. The big mistakes are the early game, like a better...
frustration, a feeling of dissatisfaction, often accompanied by anxiety or depression, resulting from unfulfilled needs or unresolved problems.
All right, Nordy. We've already got replays queued up. We're not taking any more replays right now. Wait. You're the Protoss. That's an early scout by him. That's not where you're supposed to put the probe for the whole position, by the way. Whatever. This is a Diamond Protoss against a Master Terran. So they're pretty much the same thing, around like 4,700 MMR.
Warp in more pylons or no. Your probes are under attack.
Alright, we're good so far. That pylon at the neck can be a little further back. Nope, second Stalker before second gate. What do you... Okay, here's what's going to happen. That second gate's going to finish, and then you're not going to use it till warp gate finishes. So that was a waste of money, essentially. Either you're not going to get probes, or you're not going to get a second Stalker. Both of which are not good. That gate was just a waste of money getting that early. The order in which you get things is important. Otherwise, for example, you won't be necessarily producing 2 probes at a time. Having only 1 Stalker is risky right now. If he just moved out, like if he had built a Cyclone first, or built 2 Cyclones out of a reactor, he just fucking kills you. Like, you're dead. So that gateway is literally just sitting there doing nothing. It was just a waste. A complete waste. Until the warp gate finishes. You could have just built it later. And yeah, we're talking, like, we're touching on Master here. So we're gonna look at details. Okay, we're going up to 4 gates. Are you all-inning? You stop making probes at 37, which is not a timing you stop making probes. Oh, now you're making probes again. Now we're getting gas. I'm not sure what you're doing. I'm not sure you're sure what you're doing. Decide.
Dedication will
If you're
be
doing this,
rewarded.
get a warp prism. If you're not doing this, get a third base. Don't get 5 gateways, no warp prism, and then double gas, and then kind of decide, oh, I need more probes. Like, figure it out. Thank you, Moist Loin. 4 months.
Research complete.
Okay. Now, if you get a... Now you're getting charged. Why did you get Blink at all? You have fucking 6 Stalkers. Why even bother with Blink? If you're really just going to go for a charge lot all in, why fuck around pretending like you're going to micro? Alright, we both know you're going to go full Protoss and fuck... Just mass War Prism charge lot. Why'd you even fuck around with Blink? If you just skip Blink, you could have gotten more gateways. Think about that. You love gateways. I'm not... You know, if you just go like 9-gate charge lot with a War Prism, you're gonna kill so many Terrans. I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying that as a fact. Like, you got all this gas. You now have 250 gas. Like, are we attacking? Are we building Stalkers? What are we doing? What's the plan? Feels like you're making shit up as you go along. Either you're going for an attack early, or you're going for a third base and splash damage. You're doing neither. Oh, now we're going double forge. Apparently. We're just doing that too. You're giving me fucking vertigo right now. I can't tell which direction you're going. Which way is up, which way is down. Your ladder points are down. Okay, that makes sense. You know you're getting charged, right? Did you remember that?
Your forces are taking damage.
1,000 minerals, 800 gas. But you can just warp in a bunch of charge slots. Why? No! You have If these were charge lots, I think you win the game. But these are stalkers, which die to everything. Yes, technically, if you have blink and you micro them, they're good. But they also just kind of die to everything.
I remember when this was
If those were charge lots, you can blink. And what's happening at the front here? You're still winning. Oh my god. If these were simply charge lots, you probably would have won the game. But you keep warping in stalkers like you're gonna micro. Okay, we both know you can't micro. Okay, that's fine. Charge lots. If you don't want to micro, charge lot Immortal Archon. Don't fuck around with blink stalkers. Everybody's like, Terran players, you know what? You know what we're enjoying right now? I've been sipping on a beverage, throughout the night. And that beverage, I actually want to credit to Terran players out there. Because Terran players just in PvT right now, in Terran versus Protoss, they feel like they're caged in. They're contained. They only have like limited options. They're in just this small little narrow path. And they're very vocal about it. You've heard a lot of complaints from Terrans. So just like my beverage, Terrans right now are boxed wine. So exploit that. Make the charge lots and the Archons. You're not making stalkers. You're not good enough. It doesn't actually matter. So, just YOLO it. Stop trying to micro any of that.
Wow, you mined all those minerals already. Look at you.
Stop making stalkers like it's gonna matter. Alright, Immortal Archon charge lot, just YOLO. Even if they die to Widow Mines, sometimes they'll just draw the friendly fire. There you go.
I remember when this was all minerals.
There you go, see? And now the stalkers will actually do something. See, you warped in charge lots and actually won a
Your
fight.
army has encountered the
Oh
enemy.
no, you're warping in stalkers again. You're gonna lose a fight. Whenever you warp in charge lots, you win a fight. Whenever you warp in Zealot, whenever you warp in charge lots, you win a fight. Whenever you warp in stalkers, you lose. Do the math.
You just upgraded your units. Maybe keep doing that.
Alright, there you go. Just some charge lots. Yeah, there you go. You're gonna win the... Well, warp in some more... Yeah, there
Upgrade
you go.
complete.
And there are the charge lots, and you win the fight. Let's stop microing. No more microing. You have 1,500 gas
Minerals
also.
field
Remember,
depleted.
Archons are even better than charge lots because they have like 5 times the HP. Well, the shield. At some point, you'll notice you have 1,800 gas, I'm sure. No, I'm not sure. Oh, there are some charge lots. Can you blink? No. Doesn't matter. Charge lots are fine. Unfortunately, the charge lots are behind the stalkers now.
Mineral field depleted.
At some point, you were going to make an expansion. 1,800 gas.
Wow, you mined all those minerals already. Look at you.
Look at you.
You are fresh out of minerals at that base.
Okay, so let's stop with the stalkers. If you had just gone for upgraded Immortal Archon charge lot, you easily win. Nope. Stalkers do kind of just die. The reason
Your
stalkers...
pylons are under it.
You left that game with 2,000 gas, by the way. The reason stalkers are considered so strong and are being nerfed is not for you. It's not for you against this Terran player. It's for fucking innovation against stats. Because players like that can actually micro their stalkers. You can't micro your stalkers, so don't try. I barely micro my stalkers, alright? I'm not sitting there like, if I just blink microed a little better. We both know I could have gone for more upgrades and more splash damage quicker, but I didn't because I got addicted to microing my stalkers and failing. The next replay will be from Halt. I believe that your Halt was the one who sent it, right? Is this an actual... it's Master versus GM. We actually have Master players who watch. My game is pretty old and it's total shit. It's from September, yeah. So, we're gonna do that, but I'm gonna get a refill first. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, I wanna notify everyone. I know I'm floating here, but of the deal that we have right now. If you subscribe today, and we're only 8 off of 2,500, which is a round number. If you subscribe today, with Amazon Prime or with Dirty Esports money, I will get more money. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll be right back, and then we're getting into this.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Thank you, Blash Co. For the sub. He is saying, "Give me your money." No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you have the means, if you have the motivation, give me your money. There are qualifiers. I don't need your money. Thanks to you guys, I'm in a position where I can say that. But I do want your money. And like I tell you in StarCraft, spend your money. Maybe spend it on me. Alright, let's check this replay. It's from September. So we're on the old balance
Your
pad.
dedication
Thank you.
will be rewarded.
Kurt Mage. Oh god, I have to download 45 megs for this? Alright. Jesus Christ. Did you want coaching or just want to show this game? Oh, you're Diamond. Your Diamond is Terran, apparently. Or against a GM Zerg. Who knows if he's actually GM Zerg, but whatever. And it's a barcode as well. What is this? What is your plan? Your...
SCV ready.
I don't think you want coaching. That's not a good place to proxy. That's in a normal overlord pattern, by the way. He's gonna see it.
SCV ready.
Unless he sends his OVs and... Did you forget, like, you want to proxy? You don't... You cut SCVs!
SCV ready.
He's not gonna be fooled if you build a barracks at home.
SCV
Like...
ready.
Did he not see it? Did he send it out? No, he... What are you doing? This guy with his... I have no idea. Both his overlords are going the same way. That's like basic Zerg mistake. Oh my god. He went pool first, if you didn't recognize that, by the way. if that hatch is way too late. It's obviously a pull first. Somehow... Oh my god.
This better be
He should have seen... If you see the lings see you.
Base is under attack.
Well, that is not how you deal with that. That is 100% not how that... Okay, he's not GM. Not like that, not with that. That is not the correct response. Definitely not GM. Well, maybe not as Zerg. Why are you targeting the pool instead of the spine crawler? Why do you think that's a good idea? It's 15 minutes long. If you had targeted the spine, then you would have eventually worked your way through and won the game here. But you targeted the pool and brought it into the yellow and gave him enough time to regroup. If that spine had not been there, then you have critical mass.
Add-on complete.
Welcome back to the Masters of Disasters. It is Halt versus Meme Lord. We're gonna build a wall. He's trying to go through the wall. And the worker count in favor of Halt. The Ravager's trying to come through, but tanks are pretty good units. No stim yet out of Halt. He may have forgotten what stim is, despite the fact he has a tech lab and the money. Meme Lord on the other side, still only at 34 drones, desperately trying to put things together. A scan comes out. There's a spine crawler on the low ground. Not the... That's a lot of Marines. Halt's still working through. Completely forgot about combat shield stim or even concussive shells. More shots go out. The tanks are taking down. That one spine crawler continues to be the backbone of the defense. Another tank being targeted. The corrosive biles will finish it off. If only he had remembered stim. The micro dodges the corrosive biles like a Russian gymnast. But the spine crawler, the impaler tentacle, continues to live. More corrosive biles come out. Will there be a transfuse on the spine? It lives! It lives again! The spine crawler! Just throwing it through. Somehow the spine has lived. It has 15 kills! The spine has 15 kills. The only thing between Meme Lord and defeat. Jesus. Stim is inexplicably 1/3 of the way done. The beautiful transfuses. The corrosive biles! One very unlucky Marine gets hit. Alright. But still, the supply. Once stim is done, the third base is taken. The worker counts are about even. That's never great for a Zerg player. The third base will have to be canceled. But stim has finally finished. The medevacs decide to chart their own path. More scans come out, but this time Stim is done. The Liberators siege up right where the Corrosive Biles can hit both of them. They hit all of that and the Medevac as well. The Spine Crawler is holding. The Spine Crawler is holding. He's still going forward. No more. He still has a transfuse for the Spine. Halt is trying to move forward. The Hero Spine will finally fall. The Corrosive Biles do not quite connect. More tanks coming up, though. He's stimming, but is he winning? Oh, more big Corrosive Biles, but he just used... He's trying to target down the tanks. It's a disaster. And finally, Halt will win. Wait. Yes. Yes. Medevacs are pretty good. As are upgrades. Throws out the Korean GG. Though I have my suspicions if he was Korean or not. But that happened. I have to... Oh, my StarCraft crashed? I'm not sure. I could have done one with that drop.
Your dedication
Thank you,
will be
Zamir.
rewarded.
For the sub. I recognize your name and you're from the Groovy Clan. I know who's who. Okay. You've gotten the memo. We are walling off in PvP now. Wait. Where's your second gate? Did he build 2 gates? I guess if he doesn't build 2 gates, you don't need to, but you still should, but you don't need... No. The second well, you are proxying. Okay. I don't like it, but... I get the idea now. I can't hate too much on it. I mean, if your opponent scouted, he'd figure out there was only one pylon in your base, but... Who knows if he has critical... But why? Oh, now he will scout. Why are they walling off in PvP? Because Chrono Boost means Adepts can get in so quick. We don't hard wall off. You keep a probe at the top of the ramp in order to build a pylon to block Adept Shades. You don't hard wall, like you don't build a hard wall, but you need to be able to block Adept Shades. We're only talking about high level. At low level, it doesn't matter. We're talking, honestly, in Diamond, it still doesn't matter that much, but the idea is at the higher levels, we're walling off because with the Chrono Boost change, Adepts can hit at a very uncomfortable timing if they're double chronoed out and just fuck up your mineral line, essentially. And you have no defense because you have no overcharge, and Adepts can target past shield batteries. So if Adepts get into your mineral line, you have no real defenses besides units, but the Adepts can get in there when you don't have units, which fucks you over. That's why. Once again, at Diamond, it probably doesn't matter that much, but that's what we're doing at high-level PvP. No! What? I don't even know if you know what you're doing.
The firstborn shall persevere.
So one base Blink Stalker. You're both going one base Blink Stalker? Why? You know you just walled off one of your Stalkers, maybe both of your Stalkers, right? right? You can't. This is why we're. This is essentially why we're walling off. By the way, without overcharge, how many probes is that? 7 probes. It's now 18 to 25 workers. I guess when Blink is done, it's no longer.
Your research is finished. Go cause trouble.
So.
Research is done. Now go make it worthwhile.
Okay, so. All you need to do is,
They're
defend.
attacking your base.
Okay. You have more. You can recall as well, like.
Those probes are hurt.
There's no reason to blink into that. Not that it matters that much. Oh my god. What a mess on this micro, but I think you win eventually, right? There's no reason you need to lose that much,
That
but...
was more fun than I expected.
I prefer watching you.
You both did a pretty shitty build, but he didn't wall up, so you won. What do you want me to say here? I don't like your opener, but it worked. This is... Did you just pick the last game you played? I bet you did. This is from December. This was... What? Ah! I just picked a random game from my history. It was a shitty game. Okay. But at least you did it. Alright. Now, I don't know. Are you Korkeg in this? Or Sybin? I forget who sent this one. I mean, it's gold and silver, so you know what's gonna happen, but... Core kick? What? Are you core kick? Like Kig? Anyways. Okay, you build the depot on 14 supply, not 13. To start. You rally out your first SCV you're building, and then by the time it gets there, you build it on 14 supply, not 13. It's not a big mistake, but like it's literally the first building, so. Also, you continue building us. Nope, nope. If only there were some place that had some basic guides that if you actually followed closely. You see what you did? You killed my internet. You killed it. I can't believe you've done this. Look what you've done. You've ruined me with this build. You've ruined me. Even my computer said I don't want to see this. Alright, I don't recommend ever going gas first. We both know you're not going to use that gas effectively. Just 1 Rax expand. Okay. 14 depots, 16 barracks, 17 refinery, 19 orbital command, 20 command center. There you go. Oh, well, 19 orbital command and 19 Reaper, 20 command center. Good. And then 21 second supply depot. We good? Alright. Fine. One of your STVs is not mine, by the way. Is the supply depot timing you just described the same for Protoss with the wall off in PvZ? Kind of. I don't know exactly. Alright, well. Also, keep building SCVs. I mean, at least you're using your gas. I'll give you that.
Command center upgrade complete.
Like, you got an idea. I appreciate that you have a game plan. I appreciate that. I do.
Add-on.
It's a struggle to see it coming about, but... Okay, let me give you a professional tip here. You can just walk an SCV across the map. A mule mines over 200 minerals. You can just walk an SCV across the map. Believe me, it sounds crazy, but if you just walk an SCV across the map, you don't need to scan your opponent at the 3-minute mark and see essentially nothing. Or even if you did look closer, you'd see his cybercore is insanely late. I don't think you ever click on it, but if you walked an SCV across the map, you wouldn't only see the main, you'd see that he went forge first and has his second base. So I recommend at the 1-minute mark, you go sacrifice an SCV to die for the cause, and not waste a scan seeing essentially nothing that you're gonna know how to interpret anyway. Okay. 1 engineering bay, Mr. Bronze League hero. Alright, you don't need 1-1 for your green berets over here. All 5 Marines that you're gonna have by the time.
This better be good. SCV ready.
I don't even know why we have these engineering bays. I mean, we're gonna get turrets. That way we can build turrets twice as hard. 50 workers by 8 minutes. That's for all leagues, by the way. I appreciate your diligence on the upgrades, but the problem with having upgrades is you need units to apply them to. You don't have any units. Is the major that's the prevailing concern. I appreciate your upgrades, but you need units.
Upgrade. Add-on.
Alright. Stop dropping and getting rolled. All you Terrans out there, below Diamond, you might think drops are a good thing, and you're right. You might think doing drops is important for you, and you're wrong. By 6 minutes or 8, you're saying 8? Well, it should be by 6 minutes you have 50 workers, but that's for Diamond players. We're in gold here. 8 minutes. Alright. 50 workers by 8 minutes is not hard to do at all. Alright, let's do the math. Workers take 12 seconds to finish. That means, and you start with 12. That means you can make 5 workers per minute. If you have 2 command... Okay, shit, I'm gonna have to do a lot of math here. So that means you need to get 38 more workers. You can make 10 workers per minute off of 2 command centers. So it should only take 4 minutes off of 2 command centers to get 50 workers. Which means you should be able to do it easily by the 6-minute mark, because you'll have your second command center coming up and you've already been building off your first. And the 7-minute mark shouldn't be hard either. Alright.
Let's have it. SCV ready.
I started getting into that and I was like, oh shit. This math is getting mathy. Anyways. Well, that drop was just... You just gave him those units for free? Alright.
Reporting for
There's no reason to send out the drop for the sake of sending out a drop. That's just a waste. 5 barracks by 7 minutes, which is already when you should have about 50 workers, but... You got 2,300, 2,400. Can I get 2,500, 2,600, 2,700 minerals? That's 3,000 minerals. Can I get 4,400 gas? There you go. Stop dropping and getting rolled. How many times have I repeated this? Do not drop just because that's the only way you feel comfortable doing. You just gave him 4 siege tanks. You wrapped him up in a fucking with a fucking bow. You planted him on his doorstep and said, "Hey, come get some of these siege tanks. Merry fucking Christmas, bitch." That's what you just did. You just presented a gift of siege tanks to your opponent. That's all that was.
Mineral field depleted.
You just don't have enough production facilities to make enough units, is the simple version.
Mineral field depleted.
Alright, here's the challenge. Max out by 12 minutes. If you're in Gold League and you can max out by 12 minutes, you won't be in Gold League for long. He did. I doubt he's actually in Gold League. If he can max out by that time with those upgrades, he's not a Gold Leaguer. He's like Diamond.
Base is under research.
That's a lot of charge on us. But the thing is, he just has so much shit, he's just gonna kill you. Wait. Wait.
Base.
Yeah, he's just gonna kill you, right? Thank you, problem.
Yes, time flies watching in
I mean, it was still kind of close because you had good units. Imagine if you had 60 more supply in that fight. Just do a thought. Imagine if you had 60 more supply.
Mineral field. Upgrade.
Just imagine. The upgrades are great too.
Base is
I don't know why you're
under
making Thors now. Why are Thors? I don't get this. I honestly don't understand this. But I see this a lot at the lower levels from Terran players. Like, the Thor is just, shit goes down, let's start making Thors. The siege tanks were doing incredible. The siege tanks were doing a good job. But for some reason, we're just making Thors now. That's what we're doing. I don't get it. It's like, the siege tanks did so great. Why not make more tanks? You made tanks in the first place. Why are we just making Thors? Thors? Okay. Here's what Thors are good against. Thors are good against smaller amounts of units in lower numbers. And they have a pretty good anti-air attack, and they're very tanky. But they're not better against large groups of ground units than tanks are. Thors have a very high damage but single target attack. They do not do splash damage on the ground. They have Thor's Hammer, which is 2 very powerful weapons that attack pretty slowly. So, I do not understand. More siege tanks would have been a better solution here than more Thors.
command center upgrade complete.
That one siege tank putting in some goddamn work. That siege tank has 17 kills. That's at least 34 supply of Protoss. The game is over. Well, it should be over. It's not over yet.
Exhausted.
I mean, they're pretty good against Stalkers, too. Well, this is why Protoss players, we make Archons. Alright, well.
Upgrade complete.
Did you what? Don't tell me you're looking for
Base
observers.
exhausted. Additional supply depots.
Also, I can actually look this up. I am reasonably sure the only medevac you made in this game was the first one you built, which flew 8 Marines. No, you made 3 medevacs, I think. The first one flew 8 Marines into the Protoss base and died with all hands. The other 2 medevacs flew 4 siege tanks to the Protoss base, which he then just killed. Were those the only 3 medevacs you made this game? Let's see. Wait, what's the button for this? Toggle units lost. Shift L. Wait, what? Shift L. Okay. No, you made 4. I don't have any other info besides make more medevacs. You need, like, all your units, like, they either need medevacs or rehab. Probably both. Like, I don't...
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
Coming through.
Uh-oh, he's gonna figure out what Archons are.
Mineral field depleted.
This is why... who was it? I don't know if they're here right now, but someone the other day said 5 games is like 2 hours. 5 games for me is an hour. My average game length is between 8 and 15 minutes. So saying 5 games an hour is about, like, if I'm grinding out ladder games, it's pretty reasonable. But in the fucking Gold League,
Research.
5 games is more like 2 hours. So,
Mineral field depleted.
that's not surprising. As we're at 20 minutes now, with apparently we're still going.
Upgrade. Additional.
SCV ready.
I'm like, at this point. Now we, oh my god. Okay. So what you did there, you tried to right click on a Colossus, and then your entire army decided to give the Archons and Charge Lots an intimate peck on the cheek. Unfortunately, they have Side Blades and Psionic anything, so they just melted every one of your units' faces off. Not that I thought you were going to win that fight. I'm just saying, you made it worse than it would have been. You were going to lose, but... There you go.